Alrighty, guys. So, meta review. Let's get right into this. To be honest with you guys, I'll make the scope of this video as we're going along, and we're gonna try to make this one less than 15 minutes. So we're gonna be aiming for 625 for the meta list to be done. Okay, so let's see here. That's not right. We gotta go to patch notes. What actually went through? The Baptiste change went through. Holy shit. Pretty much, he does a lot more damage, and he heals more, for those that don't know. But the times that he's able to do that are a little different, and if you're watching my channel, I'm just going to assume that you already know what's going on with that, because who wants to listen to the meta if you're not playing every day, you know? The Brig change for 150 to 175, definitely good in the ladder. McCree also, with the reload time, it's a nice little change. The 225 health really makes it a pain for me to kill him as Ana now, because I have to kill him with 4 shots, which kind of sucks. The May crowd freeze, I haven't seen a lot of people running that, but I think she's actually going to be really good in competitive play. I can't really tell you for sure, because it's still all very experimental. Symmetra being base shields up to 125, I guess that... I haven't seen that, actually. I mean, Steve-O was playing it, and I guess that kind of helped him a little bit. But the Widowmaker change from 200 to 175, I don't know. The big changes really are the Brig changes and the BAP changes. I think that they make them a little bit more viable in a weird way. It's like a rework for BAP. I'm not sure if it's better or worse. He just does a lot more damage and a lot less healing, which is kind of weird. But let's get right back into this. And let's get right over to the tier list. Tier list maker. I'm going to have to mark this part so that we can cut it out. Overwatch. That's not typing. Overwatch. All heroes up to Echo. This is good. Reset. Alright, let's get out of Overwatch so the music isn't going on in the background. So, let's display capture, and we're on our way. So, tanks. So, guys, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This meta list is going to be really weird, and I'm going to do this based off of what comps are good in a competitive sense, but not necessarily defined. This is very up in the air, and what I think might be good in the future, what have you. So, I might also not put any tanks D tier. Because of that, I might not put some stuff D tier. But let's get right into this. All right, Orisa C tier. No, you know what? I'm not going to go Orisa C tier yet. We're actually going to wait on that. So here's the thing. The Zen Brig comp has been really good recently. Brawl has been seeing some play still on the Brawl maps like King's Row, and you can still run it because it's like that GOATS variant where it's really hard to run, but it's really good. The thing is, with these new changes, I think that the damage output from BAP and Zen maybe, or BAP and Brig for Brawl, might actually be able to change that a little bit. But I can't really say anything for certain. What I really think is going to be good, I still think that that Zen Brig comp's going to be really good, and it's going to be really hard to kind of figure out that comp, because I'm still kind of figuring out that comp as of now. But with that in mind, I don't think I'm going to put any tanks D tier. So actually, let's get right into this. I don't really know if I have an S tier tank either, but I'm going to put Sig. I'm going to put Sig at around, okay, you know what, no. Hog A tier. It depends on how you want to play it, because Sig Hog is really good. But also, you kind of run him instead of a D.Va, so I'm going to put D.Va in S tier, because I feel like D.Va is still going to be really strong, because D.Va, in terms of dealing with spam and while you're playing it with Brawl, is still really good. This is all hot take. I literally have no idea. Everything's changing so much right now, and quite frankly, it doesn't really matter, because OD's not going to be coming until February. But enough with that talk, because we already got that out of the way. I think that Ball is bottom or B tier, or I think Ball actually goes above the Hog, because I'm pretty sure it's a Ball D.Va or a Ball Hog is kind of what is really strong in scrim comps right now, because that it allows you to follow up on Zen Brig damage really easily. But I don't know if that's gonna stay because I'm starting to see now that maybe spam comes back because everything's just a little bit more survivable, and Brig the changes definitely help out a lot there too. With that said, I'm gonna put Sig at C tier. I still think that Sig Hog comps are really good. I'm not, actually no, I'm gonna put Sig top B tier because he's really flexible. And I think that with Sig Hog being a comp that's still viable, I think, if you run it correctly, and I'm still seeing it run, like it's an easier comp version to run, if that makes sense. But we can, like I said, it's all up in the air. Winston, I'm actually gonna put D tier because now that everything can survive a lot better, I don't think he's as strong as Ball, because Ball can get in, get out. I think Winston jumps in, he just kind of dies because now Brig's kind of back. I don't know. I'll put Winston D tier. He still could be really good. 6-man still good. That Brawl comp I said before is still really good. I just don't see it being pulled off easily by a lot of teams. I still think he's really good. I don't really think he's D tier. I need to put a character in D tier, so that's kind of what I'm going at here. We could actually move him up to C tier and put Zarya D tier, because Zarya is just not good in team play. In team play, I just don't think she's good. Ryan, I'm going to put C tier because Ryan is still really good into King's Row, but that's about it. Same thing with Zarya. She's just not as potent as the other characters that I'm seeing on this list right now. If it's going towards a spam or like a dive kind of oriented meta. And then, honestly, guys, I think Orisa might be on the come up. Because you don't need as much shield if you're just putting out more damage. And with Bap Zen, I don't know yet, but there's a possibility that Bap Zen, with Bap's new buffs, he's practically doing as much damage as Soldier was. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think that it's good. Ship says, who's a very good player by the way, Orisa and Sig are S tier, S to A tier. See, that's the thing. I haven't been in scrims in a while. If we really think so, I could rotate this. Hog is C. I think Hog you can switch around with a little bit. I honestly don't. I don't know. This is saying that the Zen Brig comp is still good. Best tanks right now, in your opinion, are Orisa Sig? Well, to keep this a little bit of a hot take, so people can get pissed off at me and give me some feedback, I'm gonna be honest here. I don't know. I don't know if it's. You just don't think Zen Brig's good anymore? I think it's good if the team runs it right. But I don't know how. I mean, looking into it, I don't know how Zen Brig is gonna do into. I don't know how Zen Brig's gonna do into a spam comp. I don't know. I honestly want to keep these. Yeah. Take too much poke against Orisa Sig. You're kind of right. You're kind of right. And if they go Bap Brig, they stun. And Immo. I guess Bap just does too much damage now? Plus Rock? I mean, then you can just go Brawl with Diva. I don't know, this is really hypothetical. You know, now I'm thinking about it. I'll put Sig and Orisa up to A tier just because there's potential there. I like this a lot more. Orisa Sig can brawl too, just switch DPS. You're kind of right. Bat Brig. You're kind of right, Ship. You're kind of right. You kind of do be right though. But for the sake of the video being a little shorter this time, I'm just gonna keep going. But I'm gonna put the Sig and Orisa actually up a little bit. I think they might come back. Ship is a 5-head. Hey, if you want to come for the next meta review next Monday and you want to talk with me, man, right ahead. Come right ahead. I'll be fine with that. But I need to get this done pretty soon, so it's not too much. I'll message you too, because honestly, I haven't been in scrims in a while, so I can't give the best insight, but I can give somewhat of an insight of what I think is gonna be good. Okay, DPS. Genji has seen better days. But, you know, I don't think he's coming back anytime soon. I don't see it. Ashe, I put B tier. Because... Never mind. I'll think about that one. Doom, I put C tier because he can be run with Brawl, but I think that the Reaper Mei or Fire and Ice with Torb Mei is going to be just better. I just think that's going to be better. I don't know how good Doom is going to be into that. It's just, I don't know. I'm not sure. Echo. I put bottom A tier. She's a really strong character, and in spam, she's still going to be really strong in my opinion. I don't know if she's going to be meta, but I think she'll be good enough in ladder and to pull out in rinky-dink lower tier scrims that you can run her. I think she's still going to be decently strong. Kree might come back to the Brawl meta, I feel. If it's a little bit of a slower Brawl, I think Kree's really good. He has a lot more health now, and his reload time's a lot better. It's kind of a quality of life thing, but I think it just overall boosts his damage a little bit, and his viability a little bit. I don't know if he's going to be hard meta, but I think he's going to stand for himself a little bit better. That being said, because it's looking to be more of that spam stuff, I'm putting... Well, wait. I can't intermix things. Junkrat top C tier, very, very low B tier maybe. So I'm going to put him actually lower B tier just because spam, if that's really what's coming back, maybe he'll be good. Maybe he'll be good again. I don't know. Hanzo. I'm going to put him around the Kree because he's really good with spam, and that's what we're looking at right now. But the dive comp I still think is really strong, but the case that Chip's putting here is really strong, and it's making me think as we're going here. Mei, I'm going to put top A tier. Top B tier, sorry. Because she's really flexible, and the new changes to Mei, people kind of are sleeping on. It boosts her uptime by a lot. It really does. Her wall cooldown reducing and the reload, it honestly does boost her uptime a lot more than people think, or than people realize, I should say. That being said, are you waiting for me to say if I agree? Lol, no. This one I'm just going all the way through, and if you agree, you do. If you don't, that's great. Tell me on Twitter, retweet it, shit on my name, do all of it, because then people will want to watch and shit on my take even harder, and I'm okay with that. Pharah, I think is... Why run Pharah, though, if you're going to have an Echo? Echo's too good. You just counter Pharaohs with Echo. So I'm going to put Pharah actually top C tier. I still think she's really strong, but she's niche. Because why run that when you could just run an Echo? That's my opinion. I'm probably wrong. But that's my opinion. So, there. It's out there. Reaper, A tier. He's really good on specific maps. Because he works really well with the Brawl, but Brawl isn't as good anymore. Brawl is not that great compared to these other comps. And you can still run it, and it's still going to be actually pretty decent. I'm going to put him bottom B tier just because I'm not sure. Soldier A tier below Echo. No, because he's still really... Okay. The thing is that he's really good with the dive comp, which is what I'm saying is really good. So, you know. Sombra, top of B tier. Because she's really good. She's really good with the dive comps. But now, like, the more I'm going into it, I just don't know if dive's the move. It's really experimental, and I could be wrong, and we could be wrong, but I mean, it's just gonna further be explained with more. What am I trying to say here? It's gonna be explained with more experience on the PTR and not PTR, just scrims in general. Sim, I think I rate her a lot better just because she's gonna be really good into double shield. If you want to try it, she's really niche though. Actually, I'm gonna put her bottom C tier just because she's niche. Torb. Here's the thing, right? Torb's fucking really good against that dive comp. He's really good. And if Fire and Ice come back, you're not diving into that. the more I go on with this video, I'm thinking, is Arisa on the come up? Is the horse back? I'm not sure. Because just Bap does more damage now. Zen does more, like, Mei does more. Bap does more. Like, I'm starting to think. Arisa, you know what? We're changing it. Fuck it. This is it, guys. Give me a sec. I have to put some for the sake of keeping a category in, or a each category character in each tier. I want to put it in this way so that it has more of a distribution. You know what? Fire and Ice, dude. Is that really what's gonna come back, though? Because, like, here's the thing. Bap Zen is, like, kind of weak now because Bap can't peel as hard with the right clicks. But the thing is that now Torb and, like, Torb can kind of give the turrets to, like, keep the Zen alive a little harder. I think it's... and if not, you can just run Brig. You're not wrong, Ship. I'm like low-key just looking at it like a cheat sheet, but you're not wrong either. Like, Brig can still be run here with a good brawl. So, like, I'm gonna go with this. Hot fucking take. Everyone's gonna shit on me for it. But you know what? This is it. This is it. Moving forward. Brig. A tier. Top A tier. You know what? A tier. Who am I gonna put S tier, though? That's the thing. I don't know. I have no clue. Ana, B tier, C tier, C tier. Ana C tier, because if the dive thing is still in, right? Just run Zenbrig. The only time you whip out the Ana is fucking if you're going against a hog. But she might go to D tier because literally everything else might be useless. Those two might move. Okay. Zen. Also going into the A tier because I think he's really good with spam and he's really good with the dive. Keeping him in there because he does a lot of damage. For Fire and Ice to succeed against another Fire and Ice comp, you're going to see a Zen. But if Fire and Ice is going against a dive comp, you're going to be seeing a Brig. That's how it's going to work. So, that's the thing. You really can't put anything in S. I think I'm going to put Zen in S only because if Fire and Ice is always going to be beating the dive comp when you just switch to Brig, naturally people are just going to then switch to the Fire and Ice comp, and then what's going to happen is you're just going to run Zen instead of Brig, because why the fuck would you run Brig if nothing is in your backline? Bam! Keeping it going because we're low on the time constraints. Lucio. Still good with Brawl, but not quite as good as Brig. I'm putting him in C tier. Ana, you're sorry, you're going to D tier. You're literal dog shit against all these comps except against the Hog. Man, that hurts to say. Really hurts to say. Goddamn. Bap, I'm going to put below Brig. Bap's really good, but the thing is that Bap is not super strong by himself. He's only good with the comp. Mercy's really good in the spam. I'm going to put her in B tier because you can run the Echo with it. And then last but not least, Moira's also going to go there because if you want to run a 6-man or like a really hard brawl, you run it like that. I like this list. I think it's final. And if you are new to the channel, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4 p.m. EST till whenever I feel like it. New videos out on Tuesday, Thursday, maybe even Saturday. And like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me how wrong I am. And until next time, I gotta peace out and pass out. See you in the next one. Bye.